and final today's special. So let's do it. Switch in gears, but do continue ordering the incredible second today's special. All three today are my favorites. Again, secure meal replacements, the energy and fat metabolism. Now we're gonna talk about circulation and vein support. How does that sound? Circulation and vein support, we all have those issues. It's quite fascinating when you realize how many, blood vessels and capillaries we have in our feet and our calves and our legs. No wonder they're so challenged. I mean, gravity in and of itself is one of those things that fights against what we're trying to accomplish. And I think this is one of Andrew Lessman's most proud accomplishments. He loves this product for so many reasons, and you will too. I will let you know that this is the only day that we're doing the 720 cap count. Once again, the biggest cap count is where you save the most and stock up one time a year. So we have 60, 180, 360, or 720. By the way, everything comes with either FlexPay and free shipping and handling. So if you'd like to use that, that's the reason we offer it. But in the meantime, the item to order is 99264. It's our third in the lineup of our today's specials from Andrew. And here again, he's standing by to tell you a little bit more, a lot more.
Hi there, Andrew Lessman here with one of our most exciting Today specials every year. Exciting for me because it's one of the most unique products that we offer, one of the most unique products that we create. And an ingredient, the primary ingredient, now there's several, but the primary ingredient, the original ingredient in this formula is something that I believe we might have been responsible for bringing to the United States. It was already available in Europe. It's a natural ingredient. It's derived from the rind of citrus fruits. We get ours from the rinds of oranges from Spain. So it's an ingredient that has been around in Europe. Doctors have been recommending it for the healthy circulation in their patients' legs for decades. So it's a product that we've had available now for almost 30 years. It's an opportunity to make a difference in something that most of us think there's no opportunity available. It's just something that doesn't change. Certainly, I talk about the aging process with the utmost, disrespect or respect. I certainly respect the aging process, but it's not something I enjoy. It's not something necessarily that any of us will enjoy, but it's something that should inform, that should hopefully modify the way we move through our lifetime. And when it comes to the circulation in our legs, even if we do everything correctly, even if we're not overweight, even if we're not obese, even if we are someone who is going to be extremely active and eat correctly, the blood vessels, the circulation in our feet, in our ankles, in our calves will be challenged. I'm someone who's tried to do everything correctly, and there's no doubt that things have changed. And when I notice those changes, it's mostly associated with my exercise, with my activity. But certainly, as I've gone through life, as we all go through life, we're going to notice these changes. And most of us think there's nothing we can do about them, that we're just stuck with them. It's just part of the aging process. We just spend time sitting around with our legs perhaps elevated more often because our feet get swollen. And if we are overweight, if we might be obese, if we might take certain medications, if we have certain other issues, it only adds insult to injury. And this is a problem that we will all be faced with. I wish I could say that some of us will survive into old age with blood vessels and circulation functioning exactly as it did when we were 20 or 25 years old. That's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. The mere fact of existence, of living, it's kind of like the lenses in our eyes. The fact that we see and light enters our eyes, it damages the lens in our eyes, the tissues of our eyes. It's part of the sight process. And again, part of living upright challenges the blood vessels and the circulation in our legs, in our feet, ankles, and calves. Gravity wants to keep all of the fluid with nutrients, with all of the metabolites we need to produce energy. All of our gravity wants to keep that down there, and there's no heart down in our feet to pump it back to our heart where it all started. Our heart is pumping blood throughout our body. It's just in our feet, ankles, and calves. Gravity wants to keep it there. And certainly, the systems are designed to help aid the circulation of that blood to come back upwards, come back to the heart. But as we get older, that process, we all know this, that process doesn't work as well. And that's why as we get older, our feet will get larger, our feet swell, our ankles swell, our calves swell. And this is without any pathology, disease, or anything else going on. This is just a natural byproduct of our spending too much time on the planet. And we all want to spend as much time as we can on the planet. So this product, as I said before, I think it's now been available in Europe for probably 75 or 80 years. As I said, recommended by doctors in France, in Germany. And when I say there's an abundance of clinical research and clinical studies, there is truly an abundance. We're talking about just on Diosmin, not even looking at horse chestnut, not even looking at butcher's broom extract, which both of those have dozens and dozens of clinical studies, each one of them. Diosmin, I would venture to say that there's more than 100 reputable clinical studies on Diosmin, on the visible difference, the difference you will feel and see in the circulation in your feet, ankles, and calves. And mind you, it's helping the circulation throughout your body. It's just that as we get older, the feet, ankles, and calves, the blood vessels there, they're most challenged. They, as I like to say, they speak to us the most. And sometimes they don't speak to us in the kindest terms. So circulation and vein support for healthy legs, what we do is we take advantage of all of this clinical science and clinical research, not just on Diosmin, but also on horse chestnut and also on butcher's broom extract. We also add bioflavonoids that were in the original formula that was clinically studied with Diosmin. So we also add pine bark extract. We also add the OPCs, the oligomeric proanthocyanidins from grapeseed extract. So you get all of Mother Nature's tools for healthy circulation, and you get them at the proper levels. And even our Diosmin. Now, originally when I introduced Diosmin, it was not available anywhere else in the US. I couldn't find it anywhere else. That's why we had to initiate importing it. We were the first to do so. But our Diosmin today is different than any other Diosmin that you'll be able to find on the market. It's a different granulation. I'll be talking about a little bit later about turmeric. Various ingredients in natural supplements are not inherently well absorbed, not inherently beneficial, unless we make sure they are. When it comes to Diosmin, what we need to do to make sure it's well absorbed is we have to make it into an ultra, ultra, ultra fine powder. Without that, it's not well absorbed. If it's not absorbed, there are no benefits. So when you open this capsule, if you choose to do so, you'll see an ultra, ultra, ultra fine powder. There's no additives, there's no binders, there's no fillers. It will not upset your stomach. We make everything ourselves. It's unlike any other product you'll find anywhere in the market in the world. And if your feet, ankles, and calves, if you've kind of thrown up your hands maybe in